I just last one. As a when are you not working in Europe? I was going to send everyone to
teach sales, so it's about sales.
It's just video. It's just video. You working? You good? On camera.
Oh, is it camera?
Yeah.
No. no. It takes one capsule exactly. So if you don't want a copy, just take one picture of just you.
Video clip. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I can't reach my schedule.
Bro, what's wrong with MCT, man?
He's trying to find his script.
Okay, great. So we're moving everybody in.
That's how you think it's good, so I'm doing this. Well, that's all right. Thanks for the mom.
I got you slideshow. I hope I get behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, we got the chef in the making. Whoa.
No problem.
I'll stay up.
That's it. So nice.
Nice steady cam.
Like, it actually looks pretty good. Why is it? Because it's on a focus, like a fixed focus? Oh. Wow. Look at that. That's incredible. Holy shit. Wow.
My iPhone on the edge. Steady?
What? Yeah, here. We walked all through China
That'll be awesome.
with a mate. We couldn't figure out how to do it.
It's a heavy camera.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
$60, Nick.
$60?
Why didn't we buy one? This is we like we have this thing with. But there's no. But you know what?
Get some clips of her just sitting there.
Okay.
Is this video?
Yeah.
Oh man, pressure's on.
You ready?
Hi everyone. I'm Cara. Welcome to the Inspiration Awards 2012. Oakland Digital's big night. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm so pumped to be here. The energy from the people I've met already is just like off the charts. This is going to be awesome. So have fun and let's give out some awards, huh? See ya. Beautiful.
Yeah, touch up the room lights.
Gorgeous.
Oakland Digital has assigned me the task of the cowbell. So anyway, my name is James Baum, and I am Secretary on the Board of Directors for Oakland Digital Arts and Literacy Center, or Oakland Digital for short. As a courtesy to our speakers and guests, please and Executive Director Sean Todd. Then, Tsuboi.
Thank you, James, and hello everyone, and thank you for that nice welcome. My name is Cara,
And like James said, I work locally here in the Bay Area for the Oakland Athletics. Do we have some A's fans out here? Thank you. After the season they had, we should have some more fans. I also am a huge fan of technology, and that could be partly why Sean tapped me to help out with the event tonight. It's also just my extreme honor to be here. I am an Oakland native. I've lived in Oakland for several years, and I'm just a true believer in this city and in a lot of city initiatives that help do exactly what this group is doing, trying to empower youth and small businesses to really turn this city into the world-class city it deserves to be. So thank you for having me here, and it's really my pleasure to get the party started. So, again, a formal welcome and good evening to Inspiration Awards 2012. Thank you for joining us and being part of this extraordinary celebration, honoring 3 individuals who inspire and contribute to the greater good. This is the 3rd annual Inspiration Awards presented by Oakland Digital, and every year builds on the success and the accomplishments of the previous honorees and the small businesses and the students that Oakland Digital serves. There is no better place to acknowledge our honorees than the culturally rich and dynamic city of Oakland, California. And I'm so excited to hear from Oakland's mayor coming up in just a moment. Now, Inspiration Awards recognizes and honors prominent pioneers who, through their innovation and dedication to the community at large, have made substantial contributions. And as James already said, we have 3 wonderful honorees here tonight. Let me just go over them one more time. We're here to honor technology leader Mary Grove, head of global entrepreneurship outreach at Google. Also, artistic creativity leader, actress, vocalist, and comedian Braylee Evans. And finally, business leader Doug Leeds, CEO of Ask.com. Inspiration Awards 2012 benefits Oakland Digital, a 501c3 not-for-profit organization which brings technology and people together. This knowledge, of course, to grow their business. With the encouragement and support of Y&H Soda Foundation and U.S. Bank, they were able to generate positive financial results for small businesses in downtown Oakland. And here's a couple examples we're going to give you. For one, Oakland Digital showed Uncle Willie's Barbecue on 14th Street how to use social media marketing to expand their customer base and introduce their delicious fish and ribs to new Facebook and Yelp users. A combination of a program titled Inspire. Oakland Digital gives real opportunity to students competing for employment by providing job and resume building skills and professional development. So let's hear from one of the Inspire Oakland students. This is Jessica Martin.
My name is Jessica Martin. I'm from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I was the grand prize winner for Oakland Digital's 2012 Inspire Oakland program. In Argentina, I worked as a preschool teacher for 2 years. The salaries for teachers in my country are very low, so I decided that I wanted to move out and challenge myself by living in a different country, different culture, speaking another language other than my own. Inspire Oakland helped make a difference. If your actions inspire.
Oakland Digital is honored and humbled to continue serving small businesses and students. Their organization is proud of the progress and excited about the future. Contribute your time and your money, if you so please, so Oakland Digital can educate more businesses, inspire more students, and empower people with change that lasts not just for a day, but really for a whole lifetime. Now to kick off Inspiration Awards 2012 is our very first speaker, Andreas Weigand. I know you're here, we met earlier. He is an expert in social and mobile technologies and consumer behavior. He studies people.
When I watched the video here, I was reminded of the aesthetics of the style that Sean has brought to this channel, youtube.com/social data revolution, which really has become the major way of distributing what this world of social data is about. But before I tell you that, I want to reflect on this very room 2 years ago, the night when Mayor Jean was elected. Where did she go? she came to the ODARC Innovation Awards. That was the inspiration which we got. I was touched that the night somebody gets elected as a mayor, they come to hear us here, to be with us. So now, my question is, how did actually I get connected with ODARC? About 5 years ago. It was on a Sunday afternoon. And it was in my apartment in the Castro, where somebody had answered a Craigslist ad. And I talked to the guy. And at the end of the conversation, we thought, maybe we can do something together. And what came out of it was that I hired Sean to actually, he was the guy who answered the ad, and it was the ad for a video. I'm not sure what you guys might have been thinking. And he actually was an amazing pillar in what has happened in the last few years in that YouTube channel. So Sean, 2 years ago, when I had the honor of getting the award, thanked me for being his mentor. But I couldn't really accept this. All I could do was to thank him for being such an amazing person who can be mentored, because you can't force it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, you can't force it. So 2 years, 5 years. We live in an amazing time. We live in a time where the world got connected, once and irreversibly so. So, if we think about what that means, does it mean that the world is flat? Or does it mean that the world is spiky? That those who manage to create stuff, irrespective of where they are similar to each other. And those who don't are similar to each other. So, we live in this amazing time where the world got connected, and after we have captured the O in ODARC, haven't talked about Oakland, we now move to the D, data. So if you really think about it, what has changed in the last 2, 5, 10, maybe 20 years? What has grown exponentially, meaning doubling every year, 2 years? Only one thing's come to mind, and that is data. And if you peel the layers of the onion away and look at what is it about data, it is social data. It's data people create and share. So if you think about what is at the heart of the change, of the opportunities in this world which we live in my perspective, it is social data. So I talk about creating data, I talk about distributing data, but what in this day and age where the scarcity of data has disappeared and been replaced by an abundance, what is scarce, ladies and gentlemen? What is scarce? Before I answered, I was thinking about what lucky time we live in. When we go to a restaurant, when we go out with a date, we actually don't need to talk to each other anymore. We can just text each other, right? So what is scarce is attention. And when I was thinking what to talk about here, I want to talk about how in ODARC, the A, let's have it stand not for art but for attention, how we can actually get to the attention of people. And I believe that we can get to the attention of people by inspiring them. So traditionally, attention was given to the authorities. How did people get authority? Well, maybe by teaching at an institution like Stanford or Berkeley, the guy must be good. But now, the word is flat. Actually, the attention goes to those who have something to say. So how does ODARC help those who have something to say to actually get listened to? And in the videos, we saw examples of barbecue shop now getting attention. So I want to close in talking about inspiration. Inspire somebody. What do you think? How can you inspire someone? By example. So I think each of you should spend a few seconds and think about one way how you can inspire somebody. You all got away? Okay. So I would like you to share with your neighbor, just briefly, tell your neighbor how you will inspire, how you think you can inspire. So we all see that there are many ways in just for a moment how we can inspire them. Now, let me ask you, what do the ways of inspiring people, what do they all have in common? Being yourself. And I don't know better example than Sean Tai of a person who inspires the world. Thank you, Sean.
And how about a round of applause for Dr. Andreas Wiegand? Thank you. Now it's also a great time to thank our pianist, John Lee, who's been playing for 8 years, he told me. Great job. Also, we should acknowledge our generous sponsors who have made Inspiration Awards 2012 possible. Ask.com, the North Face, Linda H. Huber, Minami Tamaki LLP, Social Data Revolution, Google, US Bank, Pandora, Constant Contact, Madison Street Press, and Rosewood House. So how about a round of applause for all of them? Thank you. This next speaker should be a stranger to no one. Mayor Jean Kwan has been a good friend and a strong supporter of Oakland Digital going back to before she was even...
Thank you. I have to get another picture. That's just the problem of the digital world. People grab a photograph and then you're going to be forever that way. But let me just say that I've been pleased to watch Oakland Digital grow. And when I was a school board, back in the school board member, I was like one of the first politicians, I think, they just actually sat down with the kids, and we got one of the first labs for the internet. And of course, the Fremont High students who had this very famous media academy, their teacher was chosen by the Columbia Journalism School as the teacher of the year. And one of our toughest schools at that point had some of the highest gang attendance, and that was back when the murders were even higher than they are now. But in that school was this great modern, for that time, high-speed internet. And of course, the first thing the kids do is broke into the system, change their grades, and published a great digital newsletter too. And it taught me something, that if you give people tools, they will do things that you don't expect, like including changing your grades and getting into great colleges, probably because of that. But it is amazing to watch. I've been able to host it twice, and we're probably going to outgrow City Hall pretty soon. To watch the
board up here, the Oakland Digital board up here. If you're a board member, please. Mayor Kwan, thank you for your work. Mayor Kwan, thank you.
While they're coming up, I'm going to be leaving, but I have to say I was pretty pleased to see who the award winners. I particularly want to thank Doug Leeds, whose company from New York was thinking of moving out of Oakland, but not only are they staying, but they expanded their square feet. Thank you. And I got to meet Braylee and was inspired to go see her movie. And lastly, I haven't met Mary, but I think that we're recruit is stalking me when I was in Guangzhou. The Google people were there at the luncheon for me, and then when I was in Shanghai, I met more Google people. So now if we could just let people use Google in China, we'd all be very happy. But I have to say that we would love you to consider having a second campus. As Mr. Kapoor yesterday said that he's opening up his foundation here, and that being next to Berkeley, and a lot of us are bears, right, that we really think that Google needs to have a campus here in Oakland.
Let's hold this here. And where's Linda? Is Linda here?
Linda.
Okay, look at God, please. Do you mind waiting a second? We're going to make you late for another. We'll get some photos. So, here we go. Read it. Come down. Read it.
Okay, we're all in.
Here, okay. Here we go. All right. Great. Thank you. And today is officially Oakland Digital Day. Yeah.